Hello, hello, hello! Welcome back to Mr. Mark's neighborhood. I am Mr. Mark, and holy buckets, friends, we have some fun lined up for us today. I tell you what, we are going to be going to the Monroe-Walton County Library and visiting our friend, Mr. Blake. He's the head librarian there, the guy in charge of the library. I can't wait to get going and take you there, but we'll play some games and things first. Now, do you know we should sing the library song. Y'all know the library song? What do you mean you don't? Well, get ready. Here it goes. We're going to the library. 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 Wasn't that fun? I know. Mr. Mark is not that great of a singer, but I'm still working on my singing voice. I just like to sing. So like everything, we just have to keep trying, right? So I'm gonna keep trying. Can you all help me out and give me a round of applause? Do it with me? And how about we all give ourselves a round of applause for today? Round of applause. Good job, good job. Now, I need to tell you a little secret today. Make sure, please, to ask your adults. Don't tell them. Ask them if it's okay for a little loud today. We're gonna get loud today, all right? Now today I already told you we're going to go to the library, but before that, we're gonna hang out here at the theater. We still have a rainbow from our last show, so I figured I would go ahead and have that for our background today. It's kind of fun, isn't it? All right, now before we do anything, just like always, good actors, good friends, always stretch out their faces first. So, we're gonna stretch out our faces today, and then we'll do our bodies, and then we're gonna have some more fun. You ready? So stretch out your face, go really big, go really small, go big, go small, big again, make your face really, really big, your mouth, your eyeballs, everything. Now make your face really small, eyeballs, mouth, everything teeny, tiny. Good job, good job. So now be thinking, as far as for our body, then too, we have to go really big, go really small, go big, and go small. Now to help us out, I think we need to think about an animal. What's an animal that's really big? Like an elephant. So pretend that we are an elephant. So an elephant makes herself really, really big. And what else do they have? A trunk. So they have a trunk. Whether it's a two-handed trunk or a one-handed trunk. Now think big, walking alone. How does an elephant look when they walk? They walk big. There we go. Got the voice, got the body with it. Swinging the trunk. Good job. Now, think really, 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 really small. Teeny. An animal that's teeny. A mouse. So for a mouse, how does a tiny mouse be a little mouse? How does a mouse move? They scurry, they go fast, don't they? So nothing catches them. Oh, good job. Give yourselves a round of applause. Excellent job. So other things that we have to consider when we're talking about big and small, besides your big and small faces, besides making your body big and small, or animals big and small, is our voice. In other words, how loud we are. Now I'm going to tell you a secret, another secret, I guess. Mr. Mark, all the time growing up, always had adults telling me to be quiet, that I was too loud. And I know that they meant to try and help me, and I needed to follow the rules, right? If we have to be quiet, we have to be quiet. But realize that sometimes people are just loud. I'm a loud person. I have friends who are very quiet people, very soft people. Soft voices, I should say. Are you a soft voice person? Or are you a loud person? Either one is just fine. That's the differences that make us special. We all have to work together to make sure that we're taking care of ourselves. But when you're an actor, you have to be nice and loud. You have to do what they call, fancy word, projection. How that works is, inside your body, and you know this, you have a stomach. Your tummy's right here. Above your tummy are your lungs, right here. And in between them, there's a muscle that when you talk as far as projecting, they call it your diaphragm. You have to project from your diaphragm. So when you project and are nice and loud, that muscle squeezes up here with your lungs. Now when you shout, so for instance, if you yell, yell! Do you see my shoulders go? When you yell, your shoulders come up. When you project and you're squeezing properly, your shoulders don't move. Pretty crazy, isn't it? So let's all try it. Everybody take your hand just like Mark. Take your hand just like Mr. Mark. Have it out here, and you're going to speak really deep, just like this. Ready? So speaking deep, standing up. You have to stand up for this. Stand up, project, repeat after me. When I talk, I will project from my diaphragm. And put your hand right here. And you're gonna feel that squeeze. And you're gonna project real nice and loud. So again, ready? When I speak, I will project from my diaphragm. Good job speaking from your diaphragm. Give ourselves another round of applause. Yay! Good job. Because now look, when you're an actor, you are up here on the stage and you are talking to all the people out here in the audience. We have to be very big with our voices. We have to be loud. We have to project from our diaphragm. Sometimes on stage, just like in everyday life, we have to be loud, but we also have to be very soft, very quiet, very small with our voices. So we whisper. We let the audience know that we're being very quiet. So just like everything in life, here at the theater, we are big with our voices, we're big with our bodies, we're big with everything. Then, when we go out, like when we go to the library, we need to be soft with our voices. We need to be small with our voices. And we need to whisper and talk and be polite to everyone. Just like we always do as far as being polite to everyone, but we have to soften our voices. And we can do that together. We can do it together, right? Say it with me. We can do it together. Good job. I knew that you would work with me on this. So let's practice a little bit. Let's practice projecting, being nice and loud, being big with our voices. So today, our story is about two lions that live outside of the New York City Library. They're statues that come to life every night. It's a make-believe story, I know, but it's a nice story. So we're gonna pretend that we're lions. So first we're gonna do big with our voices. We're gonna roar really loud and project. 1, 2, 3, roar! I know you can do better. Ready? 1, 2, 3, roar! Good job, good job. Now, let's do where we're gonna be very small with our voices. Shh, be quiet and soft with our voices. We're a lion who's scared. When we're scared sometimes, we are nice and quiet. We're very soft with our voices. So 1, 2, 3, roar! Good job! One more time. Roar! Yay! Give yourselves a round of applause. All right, so we all know when we go to the library, we have to be very small with our voices. Quiet with our voices, right? Okay, and then when we're on stage like this, then we can be nice and loud. Okay, y'all ready to go visit the library? I'm excited. Let's all go. Come on. All right, friends, here we are at the Monroe-Walton County Library in Monroe, Georgia. Now, your library may look a little different than this one here, but all libraries have a lot of exciting things. This is just what my library, our library looks here in Monroe. Now remember, when you come to the library right now, you do have to wear a face mask. So you're going to see Mr. Mark in a face mask. Also, too, we have to be quiet. It's hard for Mr. Mark, but I'm going to try. We have to keep our voices low unless we have special permission from one of the library staff or our friend Mr. Blake. Now, Mr. Blake, if you remember, was in our first episode, and he's going to be taking us around the library today. So let's go see if we can find Mr. Blake.
Hey guys, I'm Mr. Blake. Welcome to the library. If you want to follow me, I'll show you around the building. So the first place you're going to want to stop is over here. These shelves are where all the new kids' books live. So when you first come in the building, you start here, and then we go this way. So this is the grown-up part of the library. This is where all the grown-up books live. And over here, this is the circulation desk. This is where everybody checks out their books and gets help from the librarians with whatever they need. So when you're ready to go, this is where you're going to come. And if you're looking for more books, we're going to go to the kids area. So this whole part of the library is just for kids, back through here. The short shelves are picture books, tall shelves are the chapter books for older kids, and then the big room up front is where all the young adult books live. And the best part of the library is right here. This is the reading tree. This is where we have all the kids' programs.
So like Mr. Blake said, this is where the reading tree is. This is where kids can come and read, and adults will come and read to you sometimes too, for different events. Now you see that Mr. Blake and I are sitting 6 feet apart from each other, just making sure that we're being safe here at the library for everything. I asked Mr. Blake if he could talk to us about how to get a library card.
And guys, getting a library card is really easy. All you have to do is be a resident, someone who lives in the state of Georgia, and you have to be over 18 to get a card. But if you're a kid with a grown-up who has a card, then we can make a kid's card attached to it so that you can have a card too. And anybody that has a library card can check out up to 50 books at a time, so that should be enough for you for a while.
That's wonderful. So make sure to come and get a library card and get some books in there. Thanks, Mr. Blake.
Thank you.
So as we said at the beginning, we have to ask the librarian for special permission to be loud. So I'm going to ask Mr. Blake if we can have permission to be a little loud and a little silly today.
Well, normally we try to stay quiet, but I think just for today we can make some noise.
Thank you, Mr. Blake. Let's see what we can get into today. So before our story time today, I think we need to get the Wiggles out. Don't you think so? I know you do. So it's time for the Dr. Seuss dance. Everyone remember the Dr. Seuss dance? Put your hands up in the air, wave them around, and run and make noise, make noise, make noise. But don't forget, we had to ask permission. So check with your adult. Make sure that's okay for you to make noise first. All right? Okay. So we already asked Mr. Blake. Here we go. Hands up in the air and go. Ah! 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 Okay, friends, that was fun, wasn't it? I love me a Dr. Seuss dance. But remember, we had special permission from Mr. Blake to be loud in the library. Normally, we have to be quiet. So everybody on the count of 3 is going to go shh. 1, 2, 3. I didn't see everybody doing it. Come on, friends. I need to teach you how to be quiet, don't I? Get ready. Shh. And now it's time for our story today. Our story is about two lions that are statues outside of the library in New York. Their names, are you ready for this? Their names are Patience and Fortitude. And each night, the lions come alive and go inside the library and read the books, except for tonight, the night the story takes place. The story is called Where is Our Library by Josh Funk. Just after midnight, as all New York dozed, silently dreaming in bed, the last of the shops and markets had closed, when Fortitude lifted his head. Patience woke too, and the best friends agreed their night was about to begin. The library waited, with stories to read. The two eager lions crept inside. Sneaking inside was their nightly routine, tiptoeing to the ground floor, but something had happened they hadn't foreseen. And Fortitude let out a roar! Everyone roar with me. 1, 2, 3, roar! Good job. The children's room looks rather different tonight, Patience said. What's going on? Fortitude twisted his head left and right, then blurted, "The books are all gone!" Fortitude gallantly rose to his feet. "Follow me, I've got a plan." Hastily, both of them rushed to the street, and hidden in shadows they ran. Fortitude yelled, "See the lights? Look up there. That's where the books have been taken." But when they arrived in the heart of Broadway, he realized that he'd been mistaken. "What was their plan again?" Patience inquired. Fortitude paused and turned pink. "Hold on," said Patience. "I'm feeling inspired. Give me a second to think. I once heard the tale of a clever old man who sits with a hat in the park. I'll bet if we ask him to help, if he can." With that, they ran in the dark. They entered the park by some fancy hotels and skirted a fountain or two. Stealthy as foxes and silent as gazelles, they scurried by Central Park Zoo. Over a hill by a boulder and bridge, a carousel ride and beyond, down through a tunnel, then over a ridge, the lions arrived at a pond. Fortitude sped to a statue. "It's him, the clever old man in the hat." "Indeed," said the hatter, straightening his brim. "I issue a riddle, big cat. Why is a raven aching to a desk?" Fortitude gave him a blank stare. That's when he noticed the girl, statuesque, beside her a dormouse and a hare. "Ignore him," said Alice. "The wise man you need, he sits over there with a duck." They thanked her and dashed with a torrent of speed, craving a little good luck. "Our books have gone missing," they told the Great Dane. Hans Christian Andersen blinked. The writer said, "Lions, I see you're in pain," and pulled out a quill to be inked. "These are the library branches I check." He handed the lions a list. "Libraries?" Patient asked, twisting his neck. "How many branches exist?" Fortitude blurted, "There's more than just one." Hans Christian Andersen just grinned. "The world is a series of miracles, son. Now hurry and race like the wind." Patience and Fortitude searched many places. Libraries come in all sizes. Each of them held lots of old friendly faces and always amazing surprises. They scouted each library, scanned every stack, and poured through each awesome collection. They found some new books, but they wanted theirs back. Where was their old children's section? From Harlem they flew up to Washington Heights and down to the Upper East Side. They wandered and wondered beneath dim lights, snooped and around corners and spied. In lower Manhattan, they combed every block. How would they find what they needed? Fortitude roared. Everyone roar with me. 1, 2, 3, roar! Good job. Fortitude roared as he looked at the clock. Give us more time, Patience pleaded. Excuse me, a voice above them shouted. What's going on over there? Our books have gone missing. We've searched the whole town, said Fortitude, full of despair. The kite dragon stated, You need new perspective. Patience agreed, looking north. A view from the high will be more effective, and thus the lines set forth. Up on the high line, the sun now ascended. Slowly it dawned on the two. Their library lost. Their quest was now ending. They hurried back home feeling blue. Nearing their home only 1 block away, Fortitude noticed a sign. Children's and Teens Center opens today. A shiver ran down his spine. The old children's theater. It means that it's moved, Patience began to explain. So that's what the signs have said, new and improved, said Fortitude, stroking his mane. Their library found. It was safe and secure on the opposite side of the street. But the Lions were thrilled with their citywide tour, for finding new worlds is a treat. The end. Wasn't that fun? So this was the book, Where is Our Library by Josh Funk. Friends, your libraries may look a little different than ours here, but again, remember libraries can open up new worlds and all kinds of exciting things for you. What fun we can find at the library. Wasn't that fun? I tell you what, Mr. Blake has a good time here at the library every day. So, as Mr. Blake said, when you get your library card, you come and pick out your book or whatever you want to check out, and then you bring it to him at the desk here, and he gives it back.
Here you go, Mr. Mark.
Thanks, Mr. Blake. And thanks again for having fun with us today.
Of course, it was a lot of fun. And thank y'all for coming to see us. And make sure you keep an eye out for the information for our summer reading program. That'll be out soon. Bye, guys.
Wasn't that fun? Mr. Blake at the library is such a good guy. Now don't forget, not all libraries are the same. So if you are in Walton County, Georgia, and able to go to the Monroe-Walton County Library, say hello to Mr. Blake. Be sure to stop and say hello. He'll really like it. If you don't live here, visit your own library and make sure to introduce yourself to the folks that work at the library too. Okay? But always have your adult with you. Like Mr. Blake said, you can get your own library card. And remember, the library has books, games, videos, all kinds of fun stuff that you can check out, even music. So check out your local library. Now, right now, I would like to do a special shout out to Matthias, Simone, Lakeisha, Jaden, Maddox, Grady, and Phoenix. Hello, hello, hello! If you would like to have a special shout out, don't forget to talk to your adult, and at the end of the program today, they will have listed the email address. Send me an email with your name and what book you're reading right now, and then maybe we'll read it here next time on Mr. Mark's Neighborhood. Let's one last time, everybody, give yourselves a big round of applause for a job well done today. And thank you for visiting the library with me. 1, 2, 3. Round of applause, round of applause. Because remember, if you can't clap for yourself, ain't nobody gonna clap for you. All my love, this is Mr. Mark saying thanks again, and I'll see you real soon. Have a great rest of your day.